What is going on, guys? Austin here from Graphic. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is taking you through the last workout of the peaking block. So in this video, we are going to be going through the deadlift. We have the Circa Max, then we go into our working sets, then we go into the Circa Max. So I'm a 93% max effort set on the bench press, and then our last set, our last exercise, we're going to go into those floor presses. So I think you guys really enjoy this. It's the last day of the peaking block, then we have taper week, and then it's the meet. So I really appreciate you guys sticking through all this, watching all these episodes. Let's just take you in it now. I'm done talking. All right, guys, so we first started off with our hip circle around the knees. And by the way, this is by Slingshot, the brand, the hip circle. So we started off with forward and back hip circle walks right here. So one of my favorite warm-ups to warm up the hips, get them opened, because with the Sumo Deadlift, as you know, that's my preferred choice of deadlifting. You have to stand a little bit wider, so you need those hips opened up for full hip mobility in that deadlift position. So then we go lateral banded walk. I like this one too. It definitely opens them up in a different way with the variations. So this is definitely a good one as well. And then we move into one of my favorite CNS warm-ups. So I actually threw this in the middle this time, something a little different, but I did box jumps just to warm up the CNS. You know, traditionally I do these with squat days, but I decided to do them with a deadlift day, something a little bit different. But this is a great way to warm up fire up the CNS, get everything awake, the brain and spinal cord. So now we move into, and we actually showed this exercise or this mobility drill in the last video. And this is that arm extension, and then you have the modified warrior. So we first start off with that modified warrior part right there. And then you have the arm extension. And this is thoracic mobility. So what we're warming up is the part of the spine where it's 12 vertebrae right in the center of the spine. So this is, you definitely want this warmed up when you're doing deadlifts, and deadlifts, but also bench press as well. So you want to do this, obviously, if you see I'm in a lunge position, you want to be in that lunge position, and you want to really try to rotate as far as you can when you do that rotation, as you see with my arm extended out. And that's what's going to help open up that thoracic part of the spine. So then we move into our deadlifts. 450, as you've seen before, holding at the top as long as I can. I'm just really trying to emphasize that hold, but bar path was pretty good, moved pretty fast. Then we go into our back down sets right here. So with this was actually, I pulled for a double this week. So this was, as I said, the last week of deadlifts. We were just pulling a double because we were reducing the total training volume. So with taper week, you're going to see that we don't even do the back down work. There's no double at all. So it's just lifting heavy, and that's going to be next week's that you're going to see there. So after the deadlift part of this, and by the way, guys, it felt so liberating to do 2 reps versus 5 from before. I mean, it felt awesome. What we are doing right here, though, we're doing the scorpions, and again, this is the one of the thoracic part of the spine because we're going into bench press after this, and I want to make sure that I have full mobility in the thoracic part of the spine, because with the arch of the spine or the arch of the bench press, you really need that mobility in there. So that's a really beneficial exercise to warm up prior to the bench. So then we go to warm up the scapula, banded pull aparts with an overhand grip right here, one of my favorites. So then next we move into face pulls, and this is great exercise to warm up the scapula, the rear delts, get everything fired up. Same format as all the other exercises in terms of reps. You guys have probably seen this so many times now, but this is one of my go-tos. I even do this at the end of my workouts too, just to reset the shoulders. So then we move into a little bit of CNS fire of the upper body. So what we did today was slam balls. And again, they are great for warming up even the whole posterior chain, but the upper body especially with the push, the throw down, because that's what you're warming up for the bench press. So we're getting all those muscles fired up prior to the bench press and getting the nervous system awake. So now we go into 280 pounds for a single. Man, this felt so good right here. Boom, press it right up. A little bit slower, but it felt good. I remember it feeling really good. The pause was a little bit longer than usual too. So Lastly, we do floor presses. Floor presses are great if you have shoulder injuries, because what it's going to do is it's actually going to take the pain off the shoulder. It's going to emphasize more of the tricep, the lockout portion of the bench press. So this will really help you with your lockout if you ever try this. So again, back down work. But thanks so much for watching, guys. That is all for today's video. And next week we have taper week. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. But keep in mind, this was the last workout of the peaking block, and now we are on the taper week next week, and then it is the meet. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I really appreciate you guys watching this series. Stay tuned for the meet because it's going to be awesome. Take care.